How long does scalp micropigmentation last? My name is Will Quay. I'm a clinical trichologist and specialist scalp micropigmentation artist, helping you guys struggling with hair loss. So, how long does scalp micropigmentation last? I hear you ask. Now, the treatment itself, it's permanent. You may see some articles or videos or posts saying that it's semi-permanent. Let me tell you, it is 1000,000,000,000% not semi-permanent. This is a permanent procedure, permanent treatment. It will last forever. However, what I think people are trying to say when they class this as semi-permanent is that it will fade over time. It's never going to fade completely, as in gone, you cannot see it if it's done correctly, but it will fade, and that's when you need a top up, which again I spoke to you about in previous videos. So when it does start to fade, that's when you need a top up. But in answer to the main question of this video is, how long does scalp micropigmentation last? My answer would be permanent. So there will be a few factors that contribute to the fading of your treatment. One of those being sun exposure. Excessive sun exposure is gonna definitely contribute to the fading of your scalp micropigmentation. So what I would suggest is that if you are in the sun for extended periods of time, just make sure that you're using some sort of sun protection just to look after your SMP, because you know what I mean, it's an investment on your part. So why would you not look after it? It's like getting a car and never servicing it. You would just keep on top of it, wouldn't you? Then it will just last. So that's what I would do. Again, there's videos of people saying like, don't go in the sun, like hide in the shadows. Like, definitely don't do that. The whole point of getting SMP is that you can live your life. Like, why would you want to get this and you can't do certain things? You can do everything. You just need to follow the aftercare guide, which I'll give you if you ever have your treatment done with us. But just follow the aftercare guidance and you'll be absolutely sweet. When people say don't go in the sun, I think, well, what I mean by that is don't go out on a catamaran in the middle of the ocean for 6 hours with beaming sun, nothing else around, and you just frying your scalp. I mean, that would be stupid. Like, you wouldn't do that if you had SMP or you didn't have SMP. So don't do that. Just wear a hat or put some sort of sun protection on. That's it. But excessive sun exposure will contribute to the fading. Again, lifestyle. So if you're roughing it around and, I don't know, getting cuts and bashing your head on site on scaffold poles and stuff like that, you know, just general wear and tear is going to contribute into when you may need a top up to get it done. What's a top up? How often do I need to get this done? Questions that I get asked. Now, if you look after it, you don't actually need that many top ups. And personally, if you just said to me, Will, I'm happy with it, I love it, sweet, just enjoy it. Some people like it that it's faded out and they enjoy that natural faded look. That's all good. Like, definitely just go and enjoy it. Some people like to keep more on top of it. So I would say sort of every 2 to 3 years is probably when you need a top up. And when we do the top up, we're not going to go crazy. We're just going to give you a little bit just to give it that pop back again, just to keep you going, because again, this is a treatment you're going to have for life. You don't want to over push it. So minimals on the top ups, just as and when you think you need it, get in touch and we'll take a look for you. So I'm just going to drop in the video right now, which you're going to see a 1 year healed result. This is one of my clients with a 1 year healed result. He come back to us after a year, wanted his top up done. So this is the 1 year heal result, which you are looking at now. And then I'm going to drop in the top up video as well, so you can see what we've done on the top up, and you'll notice that we haven't gone crazy. We've just added a little bit just to give it a little bit more pop. You can see that his scalp's a little red after the top up, but judging on how his healed results is after a year, we already know that give it a week or so, 2 weeks, few months, it's going to be looking good once it's all settled down. So that gives you an example of you know, a 1 year healed result and a top up. And now I'm going to show you an example of a 2 year healed result. So this is my client. He's come back to us after 2 years. So like I say, everyone's different when they feel that they may need a top up. He's come back after 2 years. This is completely healed when he come into the clinic. And now I'm going to drop in what we done on his top up right now. So you can see again the top up, very sparse. It's almost like a first session again, just to hit all the light areas and give it that little va-va-voom again, yeah? And that's all we're trying to do. We're not trying to overstep the mark. We don't want to oversaturate your scalp like some of these shysters do out there. This is just to give it a little bit of zip. And yeah, that's what we do here. So to conclude this video, how long does scalp micropigmentation last? The answer to that question, it is permanent, it lasts forever, but you may need a top up every few years to keep it going. Any questions, please drop them in the comments below. You can find all of our details on www.scalpnation.co.uk. See you on the next one.